welcome to the stream. I didn't want to show. Okay. I'm gonna minimize it. Hi Jaxion. I don't think I've seen you before. Welcome. I guess you got a stream notification though. Oh well, just subscribe. Thank you for the subscription. Okay. Well, today I'm not wearing headphones or listening to the music because I need to concentrate a little bit more. And I am simply not in a music listening mood, but thankfully my desktop audio is not in any way connected to my volume. So my sound is completely off, but it's still playing. It's really nice because I can independently mix the audio from whatever's actually going on or what I'm listening to, and that's pretty nice. Well, except I never really separate the audio that I'm listening to and like the one on stream when I do listen. Okay, so this is what we were, kind of going for. So the tab block here, the unique cases for is mass 1, so this one needs to be a different statement from what I remember from last time. So that is going to be a and. J5, J6, J7, J8. 6, 7, and 8. Because 0 is the class. Mass 2. This one's actually a bit difficult because we need to grab whatever the magazine capacity is. I think that might be in 9. Yeah, okay. Remember to put magazine capacity in index 9. The index 9 is going to be free depending on what index 0 is going to be, I'm guessing. So what index 9 is going to be... in this case, index 9. Index 9 also be used as a free variable for future rate. Thanks. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take unique cases J4 I'm actually going to initialize them. So, blank. You can actually put them in the front. Get cases there. So we can make this a bit less ambiguous by replacing that name. So even though we're allocating a bit more information, I think it's much better to be clear. I don't have to spend 10 decades trying to understand what I did before. I think that's like the biggest problem, especially in some of my very old code. It's very rigid in the receiver screen. I believe we can definitely port them to some areas. So we can get maybe a few less lines, and then also try to get some other stuff to kind of work with. Just drank some tea. I'm feeling pretty dizzy. Body simply does not get used to caffeine for some reason. It's not rarely effective in keeping me awake either, which is a bit of a strange thing. So we have that. And next up, changing this right here. So you don't want that. You want to do compare mass plus compare mass 2 times any cases, and that kind of ties in. I guess here we can just put it as compare wildcard. That makes the most sense, I think. Here, wildcard. And because of bed mass, that should function as we intended to. If that is greater than this, already did it. Pretty convenient. Then we can have unique cases 4. Well, first of all, they have to have the same magazine capacity. Well, we already kind of determined that with that, so it's no need to. You know, I think about it, that case is already covered. So now we just do this. Here I just want to make it a bit more unambiguous that we are actually editing that memory index, and I think we'll be fine. Yeah, so do I want to use pointers? I don't even think there's pointers here. Okay. So that should be all we need. And then compare Boolean should be true. That should be down here. Oh no, it should be the same. So there might be a few interesting cases. Actually, they will resolve themselves if you happen to have a different type of magazine that happens to have the same length, width, and height, because this should cover that. And that's the same for the other types as well. So that's cool. Now compare Boolean false, and then temp block, and temp block. Okay. So temp block here, we are going to kind of construct it. I believe if we get the index, we kind of get the value, right? Hopefully it's not a pointer. In the case that it is a pointer, I guess we can do int compare class. Oh, we can't do that. Huh. Okay, yeah, so we just need mask 1. So we actually don't need this. I'm actually quite happy that we don't need to have some of those extra lines. So we just need class, right length. What? No. 1. No, not length 2. Width 1. Height 1. Max 1. And then we have same thing here. And we should have the wild card somewhere. You can actually have a little statement. So we can have that match statement, because in the future we might want to expand this without having some wacky if-else. So, because we have more than one case, and we're going to have to expand to if out of if-else anyways, if we don't want it to be too ugly. Once we have that, we can have a block. Where do we get magazine capacity? Okay, I'm up there. Is it only created locally? Nope, it's not. Okay. Quite happy with that. we directly equate that to a value. And then, yeah, unique cases dot append temp block. So ideally this works. And these are all in the same orientation. I don't remember which orientation this is in. This is in match orientation 1. So with batch orientation 1, yeah, so it means it's upright for some reason. You should actually change these to all sideways, I think. Because that makes more sense in terms of doing stuff. So let's switch them all. Magazine. Loaded magazine. I'm actually going to change this up, I think. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, so that assumes... Yeah, that assumes that number 2 is the cartridge. So it's not what we want. You change it like that. And this one turns into a magazine. Let's put a bit of consistent spacing there. Barrel. Oh, yeah, I need to change them. That is a small issue. Imagine if I didn't notice that. Current. Yep. Yep. All right. should have done the trick. Now we should have the temp block, and then unique cases gets added. Hopefully all of this is in J, because J is the range. That makes sense. And once the loop finishes, let me try to see where the loop starts. So here. Yeah, so output cases, unique cases will be returned. So that's when we know that it's finished. That's very loud. All right. Just had to change that. Now we've returned unique cases, so that's good. That's one thing done. Let's name it into something. Yeah. So each unique case, very nice. Next up, func check all arrangements. This function is going to be pretty stupid. So it's going to take unique functions as a parameter. Or get unique cases, sorry. And with each... Okay. So let's check our 2D screen. The question is, what do we want from our unique screen? So we say here that there's a priority index. It's actually kind of unintuitive for a newer player to select which one might be a priority index. Well, it's going to be like the nth thing here. So what we want we want with get priority index. So there should be another way to set this. And we can actually look at where that is from our delete script. So what do I mean by that? I have a remove. So there is a specific thing. Get selected items. I'm actually going to connect this down here. We're going to take this and move up. Yeah, there's a lot to move through. Here, we'll place it right beside. I believe there's a set text function, no? Yeah, so we can do a set text. Alright, let's head back. Just triple check that that part of the functionality works. So we should be able to click this and add something. And then here. Alright, so that functionality does provide some cool stuff that we want. It's good to know. So we're going to put a tooltip here. The component will be auto design. That should hopefully be crystal clear. Maybe not, but we hope. Now that we have that, I think we should have a function here. Is there a way that we can put these together? Like, this is gonna suck. What do we actually have in the auto design array? Ah, this is why we want documentation sometimes. No. Well, that should... well, hopefully that should give us some good information. We're actually gonna read directly from this. Hopefully. That's gonna be where we're reading from. Yeah, so this is going to be the absolute int. Absolute int, as people say. That's cool. Temp index. Then we're gonna read that temp index. Temp index. Code's a monstrosity. I'm just gonna say it. Like, damn. Really? Are you sure you want to do this? One is going to be do I want to really replace all of them? Apparently so. It's an adventure. very fun venture. At least all of them are highlighted. I have to remember this. And drown out my memories. So once we get that loaded, in this case, we're going to directly return temp block. Right. So we have that. Hopefully there's a good way to simplify the same thing. There might be. We'll actually consider it if we have to repeat it a third time. This one just returns that temp block directly. So that's nice. So we got the priority information. And then now this is part of the main function. So we want the unique cases, and then we also want the priority information. So main component, we're just going to do get priority information, and then we are going to var unique cases. Get unique cases, and now we should have a big array and then a small array. Okay, we also have to copy a statement that does this absolutely insane thing. Where am I? Okay. Nice. So check any cases, priority information. There's going to be a truth statement that I want. So var, this is going to be var fits all. And this is going to be false. It's actually going to start as true, I think. And then here, what we are going to do is build all cases of arrangements of minimum objects until we get one that fits all unique cases. Otherwise, return false. Get one. I'm actually gonna follow that ruler for once. Usually never do. It's just kind of hilarious. That bar on the right. So we get one that fits all cases. Turns true. False. I actually want it to return different things. I don't think that's necessarily very safe. Maybe we can make it check if the size of the array that it returns is empty. Maybe we can have a parameter that shows, oh no, maybe like a minimum height that it wants to reach. Those are just some simple thoughts. I never knew this would be such a big rabbit hole. It's gonna be a bit more sophisticated. So return either empty array, which will be essentially true, or return array with dimensions needed to be added on a given side. So that makes sense. And also I'm not sure if like we want to determine if some things should be arranged like, let's say sideways or like top up, you know? So that would be pretty interesting. I would say that we can check if something fits upright and then maybe tweak it in some way. Maybe that would be particularly smart, but who knows? Some cool stuff happening here in Rixas Labs. So first of all, what we are going to do... Okay, so thank you myself for recording my own thoughts. So build cases of objects. Cool. So we have length, width, and height. So what I want to start with first is a flat box. We could definitely start with like a flat one-dimensional box, perhaps. The problem with this flat one-dimensional box is that it might just be black. for lack of a better word, because we'll auto-design very thin boxes. I guess. I guess in the crit loadout feature we can have a pack option. That'd be interesting. So let's brainstorm some parameters we want to start with. So what I'm thinking of is we can start with something Wait a second. Okay, no. My thought earlier was wrong. So return array of the dimensions we want. AKA the arrangement that works. Ooh. So here, what we want to start off with is something that's nice and thick. And people say that they want wide hamburger buns. Wider burgers? We actually want taller burgers. In this very, very poorly written analogy. The reason with that is we want to start with something that is quote-unquote reasonable. And I don't know if anyone has suggestions for like a cool box shape. Would it be like a 2 to 3 length to width ratio with some height to it? Or would it be something else? Those are the questions that mankind needs to answer. Actually, do we need that at all? I'm thinking this entire auto designer might be flawed. And that doesn't like really... It doesn't actually care for something that the user might want. The reason I say that is... Yeah, so it might be... This one's a lot more useful. One on the left. Like, the reason for the auto design advance is that we want a box that fits everything. Interesting questions. Interesting. Add to list. Minimum units. Party index. Hey, okay. Minimum, so we can have orientation save name. Maybe like select the list of candidates? I don't know. The elect. For the crate you want. Great Design Bureau. The CRB. Definitely interesting solution to have. Yeah, so this is not going to work out. We need to use this basically. This is label 3. What is it? Label 6. Yeah. That's quite interesting. So a solution that we thought would work doesn't. That's part of the thinking process. I'm glad that I'm clear-minded enough to think about that. Yeah, so we're gonna have to take this. Oh, I changed the name. Okay, list. Okay, so that's that. Now let's go back. Yeah, so unique case is still relevant, fortunately. So all that work is not put to waste. That would be most unfortunate. Fortunately, we aren't that stupid. We're kind of stupid. It's a different thing. At interface 3? Really? Okay. So if you haven't noticed already, this is an actual game dev and chill stream. Surprising. Very different. I think I'm actually speaking kind of coherently, which makes a very big difference. But unfortunately won't make a big difference for people who've already kind of watched the stream. They're like, oh wait, is it Elfkin? Oh no. I'm gonna get hit by, what is it, drum and bass? No, that's not very relaxing. But people who kind of go into like with a different aspect. But today I believe I am slightly more charismatic. Yeah. Oh no, I'm not moving it back. And here. That's where it should go. And let's give it an actual name now. So instead of label 3, we're going to call it Charles. So although it says length on the name, his name is now Charles. Type 1 if you agree that the label's name should be Charles. So it's kind of like just generally how we want that to be. I think we also might want an orientation in there. How many of you enjoyed fried chicken? Oops. Hey, it lines up. Nice. Hour. Okay, since no one's here, I can chill. Oh. Be right back. Whee. Alright, you could kind of summon them back. Okay. Maybe. Maybe I'm not here. Maybe I'm just a figment of your imagination. Oh, it's an hour. I said I wanted to do like every 30 minutes to do like 10 push-ups, 10 steps. I'll do that now. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Time for push-ups. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn. Okay, I've lost some muscle. My elbow feels like it's gonna split. You definitely have to work on that. Man. Studying inside for long periods of time does things to your muscles. Okay, well, back to work. Okay, yeah, so we need this now, as I was saying. And the reason for that is that we can't determine like a good box size on its own. Is if we just have that simple auto designer, then it's just not gonna work out. So yeah. Try to pick the largest one. Or up the dimensions. If no. That's a really long tooltip. Hopefully it doesn't split the screen into a million pieces. But sometimes you might expect a little too much. Okay, that works. That's fine. Now we have to pack in the orientation. It'll be up at the top. We just use the home key to control home. Okay. Okay, good. That should work. Hopefully I don't need to check that. Go back down. So we have get unique cases. And here we have get priority information. So now what we would like to do is so we're gonna see if each one fits, kind of regardless of orientation. So with main component, what we can do is start sideways, I believe, from sideways orientation. So that's usually the main pick for most objects. So that's the reason why we chose that. Well, actually, first we have to build imaginary comparator with main component smiley face. I actually want to keep this as a reference, just in case, because it might not see the light of day, frankly. So that's what is going down there. Thank you for the sub. Actually, first, what do I want? What I want is for you to fund my tuition. But other than that, how are we going to grab these, first of all? Like with height. It's going to be from pressing this. Yeah. With height. That should be good. And the reason why that should be good is because when we press this, ideally, what we want to see is something like that. So auto design pressed. We can just put advanced auto design, perhaps. Cool. And we should snuggle that up with its brother. Over there. So just we can easily compare things. Also, I'm not sure if people who are liking are my subscribers, because usually they are, but make sure you check out the game on the link below. It's pretty cool. Or if you have any questions, you can ask, basically. One thing to do if you're kind of struggling with some of the designer aspects is you can check out some of the other videos on the channel, which provide a pretty good descriptor of how things work. Otherwise, you can hop in the Discord for more specific questions. There's a lot of people who are pretty happy to help. So unlike what my numbers here say, there's actually a lot of people in the Discord. There's 500 something, and the Reddit doesn't overlap, but also it's 500 something. YouTube has to be my weakest social media platform. Yeah, so you actually want all of these, pretty much. Except for temp type, because we don't need that. It's because we already kind of determined what that was. We're gonna kind of take the same variable names, but what we want is to actually grab them from the other component, because right now it's grabbing from the basic auto design, which is not necessarily what we want. I just looked over. It's 0 concurrent viewers. What? I'm watching myself on my phone. There's no way. Well, that happens sometimes. Just straight up copy and paste. And the reason why we do that is because we were smart before. And because we were smart before, we can enjoy the labors of having decent naming conventions. Reap the rewards, as they say. Interface. What does that say? That's interface 2. Yeah, so these are pretty simple. It's just interface 3, 4, and 5. Two, 3, and 4, sorry. Do we have an interface 5 actually? Yes, we do. That one is for the orientation. And the saving one's the one that gets a bit weird because that's... No, it's not. Wow, I'm consistent. That's crazy. Yeah, so we actually do need the we do need the orientation. What we don't need yet is the auto-name boolean or the save boolean. And it actually does say 0 viewers. No. Why is it not counting myself anymore? No, that aside, it's not such a big deal. So we have this. We actually copy some code now, now that we're using this method. sign is up here. So it's going to be seal A, length A with a height A. I think we're going to rename that for a little bit more clarity, because that's not very clear what that does at all. As I say, as I don't change that, because I change everything in that other section. Also based on orientation. I'm sad now. So grabbing that whole thing was useless? Let me think. Probably. That sucks. Yeah. I have to go back. No! Don't take me back to Brazil. But I like that at least I'm thinking today. That's a pretty big difference. What do I need? So what I need is for a little transformation. So what I mean by transformation is that we need to match orientation in the get unique cases. So get unique cases is going to have to take orientation as a parameter. And why we need to take that as a parameter is because we're going to have to put the match statements inside from here. I think I already have that copied already. Wow, that's double big brain, you see? I actually had the foresight to copy what I needed on Notepad++ from an hour ago, you know? The exact thing I needed. So I knew that I was going to make this a mistake. Thank you, time traveling me. Well, actually has to go back here. This. Oh, that works. Oh, wait, did I put that in the wrong thing? Uh-oh. That's not very good. I did put in the wrong thing. Wow, amazing. Guess what? Stop whining. Okay. Get up there? Cool. This is somehow one of my most successful streams and also one of the least viewership. I guess I can't complain. So what do we want? What we want is to do this. Copy and pasting, my favorite. It's actually funny how little code is copy pasted for Rixas. Like, the code that I copy paste is all my own. I had to solve a problem first. It's actually kind of surprising. All copy pasted code is my own, except for some of it. But even then, it's all modified. Like, there's very little cases where I copy something straight from the internet unaltered. Like, I have to end up understanding it anyways. Like, usually it's not too difficult, but sometimes for things like pathfinding, kind of creating those networks, I end up have to troubleshooting things like that anyways. So, you know, hey, you get to learn something through. That's why complex projects are pretty cool. Great. Now that we have that, we have to go through another replacement step, where we have to convert a lot of these currents into temps. Because temp is cool, and current is already a declared thing that we don't want to bother. Because here we're kind of loading that somewhere else. Fortunately, we already know that works because we have a function before that relies on that same aspect. Whoa, whoa, no. Okay, so that should be all the proper replacements we need. Let's go see if that is the case. Can't trust myself. Wait a second. Okay, is that right? Yes, it is. All right, thank goodness. So that should be properly returned. Hopefully. Imagine comparator with main components. So now that we have that, we can go back to the auto design function. And we can yoink this. 3, 2, 1, yoink. Yay. Everyone cheer. Wait, this actually gets a bit more complicated than I thought it would be. Yeah, the reason why this is complicated is because of this particular function here. Or this part of the function. I think I want something like this part to be part of a different function, because this might change in the future. I don't want it to not change, or if I change something and I change something else. So I'm gonna pat myself on the back. We're thinking 10 seconds ahead. And then we can create a new function. And this function's name is gonna be Charlotte, which is actually gonna be get clip dimension and I believe I want it to be in terms of, what is it, orientation? Clip type. Orientation. And we're just gonna go back down. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that error there so I remember where it is. And yeah, let's make sure we have this correct. I'm gonna put this on my notepad on my other monitor, and we're gonna have a fun little comparison. Go back up to the error. Woo, we're back. This is how we do things around here, you know? And then we do, I think I should have it set for every single part that we want. Length, actual height, and results can be this and this, where it's going to be length and height. Clip type, orientation. Guess we want, yeah, do length 1, length 2, height 2. And the reason why we can keep these names is because they're named the exact same way. So that's just kind of to minimize that type of confusion that we're going to have. It'll be pretty nice. Actual length. I guess we can do, if actual length, yeah, let's just have it here. We might be a bit more difficult to see what we are trying to do if we eat a potato. Cool. The width as well. It's crazy. Length, width, height. Or if we should put length, width, height, length, width, height. Let's just put it in there for now, just in case we want to change that formula in the future. Bit of future proofing there. I want to go back to the actual function first, just so we understand what I wrote. Like, I think this was a week ago. So, with a Oh, okay. Yeah, so that shouldn't be a real problem that we're having. It's a fake problem invented by me. Great landing. Where am I again? I think it's down here. I just search the name of the function. Wait. This actually doesn't work the way we want it to. At least not currently in its state. That's a bit troublesome. The reason why it's not gonna work the way we want it to is Cthulhu. It's because we're gonna be using kind of like the main magazine, the current magazine. That's pretty annoying to kind of deal with in that regard. How am I going to solve this problem? So one way I can think of let's see here. The way I can think of doing this is if we actually take whatever that is. Yeah. This is not going to be very fun. So dumb. We're gonna have to match our type equals, it's gonna be main component. That's gonna be first index of it. So that grabs the type, and then we can kind of use the same statement as the one that we have in the other one. So auto design is a bit of a mess. I'm going to use this again. Hopefully we can get some good results in that regard. Be the same function in here. Cool. Actual length, actual width, actual height. We're gonna actually go and rebuild kind of what we need from certain parts. It's actually gonna be another big copy and paste fest, perhaps. Let's see, let's see. Maybe it won't be... Well, we kind of need this, though. It's kind of the hard truth. The reason why we need this is so we can actually read our own code. That's just life. Readability is always paramount. Especially now that since we're working with a team, my team, very loosely, 2 people. Did you know that I'm no longer a solo developer? There's one other person. Phoenix, are you watching? We're gonna take it. So we have it up there, actually. And we actually have a nice little reader down here. So that's cool. Let's take... I always keep forgetting that main component is the thing that I'm using. Is it just awkwardly named, or...? You know, stuff like that happens sometimes. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. We know, we know. I haven't used Vim in a very long time. Well, I don't even know it that well, but I wonder if there would be like an easy way to do what I'm doing right now with mouse and keyboard. Probably is. Again, we might want to install it for Godot. Like, my brain sometimes go, but wait, doesn't it use like the H, J, K, and L keys? And I'm like, oh no, stupid. It actually changed between editor and insert mode. And I just had to like remember that, because that's what I do in Git as well. I have to kind of connect the dots there. Using Vim, this, Emacs, that. It's funny how like Git Bash for Windows like is automatically Vim for your commits. I was stuck there in hostage for a little bit because I forgot. I'm like, wait a second, why can't I make a commit message? Why am I stuck here? But it's just because it's in Vim. There's no one at university, well, only a few people really know how to use Git. Most people are the ones who are already contributing to open source projects and whatnot. But everyone else are like, oh yeah, let me just drop in this file on GitHub. Like, it's different, but it's not the same. Yeah, using like Bitbucket for like some source control, it's very... Yeah, you have to use Git Bash. It isn't like you uploading files through their portal. Which I guess makes some sense, but interesting. Interesting to know. What? It says 0. Okay, I already did that. Another funny hallucination. Hopefully it can shut up. It doesn't. Did I actually name length? Hey, Aska Danish Afandi. That's a cool name. Yeah, so this game is a strategy game. It's a grand strategy game, and the main point of it is that, number one, you can design everything. So you can design everything from Currently, you can check the itch page. That's in the YouTube description. You can see a better summary than whatever I can remember. I should actually remember my pitch more. You can design everything. Second of all, unlike most strategy games, you aren't fully in control. Like, your subordinates will do a lot of stuff for you. You won't be able to be a god, like in most other 4X games, and be able to micro everything. I think that's a very important aspect of it. Or if you do, if you want to micro stuff, first of all, that's going to take time. And second of all, that is going to take time to give the order, and second, time to actually receive the order. And that might affect your reputation directly, because you were the one who were giving the order, you were micromanaging, people perceive that, etc. You can kind of, control everything basically, if you want. I actually want to take a little break from working on the game itself, and it's not going to build because there's errors. Let's just comment that out for now. You know? Okay. Where? Okay. You can actually kind of showcase the game as it is. So hopefully that saves. I can't save it when it's running. Cool. Let's have going on here. Cool. Okay. Also, just quick shout out the credits, and also you can donate below as well if you want your name there. So yeah, you can basically kind of design everything very cool. So we can start from different propellants. We actually have a better system on the way from our new developer, Phoenix. So yeah, different shapes, material references. Kind of need a degree, or have a degree, or earn a degree to kind of play this. But this kind of caters towards a pretty successful niche, which is me, and quite a few people apparently. I'm surprised. But yeah, cartridge itself, you have the actual projectile, the casing, how much repellent's in it, that type of thing. And one cool thing that I think people will be instantly impressed with if you don't know what I'm talking about, I should go back and more thing as well. These are different materials. One of my players are trying to compile a list of equivalent European grades. So these are kind of all in the American engineering system of different metal compositions. So different stainless steels, different brasses and such, and their properties. And in the firearm range, so let's just take something simple. Where's my rifle? Unlike on some other devs that actually play my game. So for example, here. Let's wait for that to process. Nice. You can see on the side here that we have a range table. So once the player has, you can design like your barrel, your cartridge, and your receiver. And once you put them together, you can see here, you get the ranges, the velocities, the time it takes, the angle, the hit angle, and the energy. And it's kind of color-coded to see kind of severity of damage. That's not really scientifically correlated much, very loosely, but people haven't done those tests. That would be inhumane. 300, 600, whatever. That's pretty cool. And another cool thing is the armor testing range. So let's say, and the reason why speed of sound and air density is here, so your speed of sound and air density, that's going to change based on your altitude, elevation, for a simpler term, how high you are, and then also Yeah, it kind of changes and then based on the weather conditions, temperature, those type of things. So let's just say we have like a thin plate of 5mm of steel. Let's say 0 degree. I can see here that this cannot shatter it, can't penetrate it at all. But if we get something like a steel core, right? Test it. This should be able to penetrate. But it's simply way too soft to be able to go through whatever. And we have a higher instance degree. Yeah, you can see the ricochets. So even though it says the penetration is 100%, it actually ricochets because of the shape of the tip for this particular round. And let's have our dedicated anti-tank weapon that I made. It's a pretty standard armor piercing. You can see how this goes right through it. So this one plugs. And once we get thicker, yeah, so it changes modes. Because that was thin, that plugs. In this case, it pierces. Piercing should actually have a different graphic, but I was a bit too lazy. It's pretty tired from doing that. And then once we get to pretty high incidence, you can start seeing that the chance decreases pretty quickly. I think 40 should do the trick. Yeah, once we get to 40, here, what's the chance of penetration? So if it does penetrate, what this means with pedaling, you can see the metal kind of curving out. But in this case, it's kind of straight. It should curve out. In this case, what it means is that it has, you can kind of tell it has a low chance of penetration. And the reason why this is important, it's not just to impress the player, it's actually a very important and crucial detail for things like gathering information. And the reason why information gathering is important is because, let's say you captured an enemy's armored vehicle after you've taken it out. What you want to see is that if you had a reliable penetration or not. Because in an actual conflict, if something new rolls off the assembly line, you won't know if it's... You won't know, like, its actual stats. Like, if you don't have that intelligence, it's impossible to kind of gauge how thick your opponent's armor is. So once you see pedaling, let's say your soldier reports that you used a particular weapon, then you can be like, oh, it's pedaling. So that created a pedaling. So that means it has a low chance, and you can kind of like guesstimate from there. This is especially important since like your enemy might use different steels for armoring or have different grades. So it kind of helps you kind of gauge the effective range of different weapons against your opponent's targets. It kind of has that authentic element to it. So what I'm going here is like authenticity. It's not necessarily realism. Yes, currently it might seem very realistic to you, but like in terms of war games that I don't really like, people already know all the stats of everything, right? Oh yeah, I know historically that the Panzer III had this thick armor, and I know that I will be guaranteed to penetrate it. The people back then didn't know. That's the kind of the experience that I want to replicate. It's of people going through uncertain times. Hopefully you understand some of it. And then you have company, you actually create your units, which is kind of cool. And create the loadout for each guy. See, this guy has a rifle, helmet, bayonet, shovel. His gear that he needs, that's going to be in more detail. This is actually a bit ultra simplified. The ammunition, storage, and stuff. For the map, there's some combat, but it's really basic. It's not very impressive. They're a pretty big map. Kinda laggy. The problem with this compared to like other games that rely on really big maps is that we can't really do chunk rendering very much, or we can't unload chunks basically, because combat's going to be persistent throughout all tiles. So all tiles are going to be used. It's going to be one small challenge that we have to face, but that's going to be interesting. And you're going to spawn people. But, yeah, they're nice and comfy there. They can move around and shoot and stuff, but that's not very impressive. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed some of that explanation. Hopefully some of the people tuning in like this game. You know, cool stuff. If you know someone who might like it, you can tell them. That's the best thing you can do right now. Anyways, back to this. Let's do... Should actually took quite a while. Anyways, it's time for another exercise break. More sit-ups and push-ups. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. Now for push-ups. Two. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, I could probably do more with my muscles, but my bones are not as strong as I would want them to be right now. I'm kind of neglecting exercise recently, because I've been so busy. So, bring that back in. Alright. I'm also gonna get some water and I'll be right back. Okay, so where we left off, okay. Reload that one more time. Nothing's changed. Okay. with a length A. So we don't need that. And what we want is a unified box length that we can first compare to. So we are going to do initial dimension. Initial dimensions first. So, like box. My arm still hurts. I am quite weak. Especially my right arm, apparently. My bones don't agree. Height. Finding left is like probably like the most problem solving I've done in a while. It's for something that you like initially at first glance doesn't seem like much. It's quite funny. Box. Mass box. Maybe? Maybe we should. That's also a float. Yeah, something like this, a box advanced auto designer is yeah. Like before the stream started, I actually like meditated and stared at the wall for 30 minutes just to have my brain just not go through so much and just process the solution first, which I have written on paper. I've had to revise that a bit, but it was pretty intensive, especially from the last stream. Like, damn, like I'm hitting a wall. Like, yes, this whole thing is a pretty complicated geometry problem. Like the normal auto designer is easy, like this, but this is the advanced one. This one is a bit different. Mass box. We do mass 1 times something with my height. Yeah. So this part is the easy part, which is doing this. And this is the initial comparator. So if this was the normal box designer, then we just stop here. But this is for multiple different things. So this is kind of like the baseline to start with. And then here, what we want to do is we want to Hey man, what's up? I cannot read Cyrillic, unfortunately, so I cannot pronounce your name. But welcome. I'd probably enter that into the Romanizer. And actually hover over the name and copy paste it. I actually can. Let me see. This is gonna butcher it. Oh. Kirill Dragunov. Welcome. Yeah, so here we're going to have to compare those. I'm actually going to remove this because it's going to bother me for a bit. I don't want that to bother me, hopefully. And yeah. I'm going to take these 3 different things and then try to work on some of them. What do we want? We want actual length, actual width, and actual height. So we already have this function above. Where did it go? I swear that was just here. Okay, I'm confused. What happened? Yeah, it's called get clip dimension. So I just have to remind myself what get clip dimension returns. You have to put a comment down here. Get clip dimension. Right. Cool. Go back. Cartridge series, no, that's not what I want. I'm lost in my own functions. Alright, so turns line sight. I'm gonna put that in array form to help me recognize that. Bar flip. This is actually kind of an issue. Where do I do this? Here. Var magazine type. And then let's put this air quotations. So here we're going to grab magazine type equals temp magazine type. I believe that's correct. Go to auto design just to make sure. Yeah, so let's auto magazine.main type. Oh, main type. Okay. Main type. So that's up there. Yeah, it's not going to help me if it's up there. You know? You know. I'm actually going to move that to here. Oh, thanks for the subscription, by the way, if you're still here. Attempt at Dex, we have that. You should actually be getting another error. Because here we only have the orientation when we asked for two different things. Alright, cool. So we have get party information. Click. Wait a second. I might be not very smart. Did I delete it? Let me see. I delete it. Okay. That. Get rid of that. We want to cut that and then put it somewhere where we can see it and keep an eye on it. It's very suspicious. Almost as suspicious as certain characters from the hit game Among Us. Yeah, my brain's not working. Okay, I'm not done. I just thought of something and I'm like, okay, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Just immediately reject it. Turned out to be the right call. Yeah, water. Humans are absolutely addicted to water. Kinda sucks. So I don't need that. I think I have it. Right, let's go. Woo! Magazine type equals. Is that magazine? Name type. Or clip. Or clip result. That is going to equal. Current clip. Is it actually the second thing? I think so. Hopefully I'm right. But it's gonna be definition. The type is a variant. And so it should be string. I'm just like, wait a second, that's not a variant. Hopefully I'm not accidentally putting objects in. But no, okay. That is magazine type. And we have length 1, width 1. Yes, this is the exact same. Orientation is orientation. Good. We have clip results. We should probably have an actual with actual height, actual length. Or length. Good posture. Make sure not to break my own back. So I need more donations. I wonder if I've actually worked off my last donation. Probably not. Assuming minimum wage is like 20 hours of work. Chip in with like 6 more dedicated streams. Still working it after. That's kind of funny. Oh, it's in camel case. I mean, it was. I just forgot to capitalize that. Do 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 do. Oh, it's a main type and a clip type. Okay. It may be stupid. Work without any problems. Then quick type here. Alright, let's save that. Are you a recommendre? Some people like to eat. That stream's actually insanely successful. Let's go here, return. It doesn't return? Are you kidding me? No, we actually don't need temp result in that case. So here we are going to return actual length and then actual height. Because that's what we want. What people say. Yeah, so we're gonna need the clip tape as well. It's gonna be interesting. We actually might not need to save that as a variable. And I think about it. I'm actually going to grab the clip type up here. Where is it actually? Where did I put it? Oh, it's over here. Okay. A little bit too far up. We have the magazine or clip type, because the magazine class has either magazines or clips or belts. And then what we want to take is people hostage. In this case, variables. Clip type. Magazine. Clip. Cool. Why does that one have a lower priority? Hello? Oh. Double eyes. Both of them? Really? Okay. That's really funny. So this. That makes sense. It's actually pretty funny how we're not able to test most of this. So we finished the entire function. Well, it's split into parts, so we do have some good compartmentalization, but other than that, anything can happen, really. With A, rotate. Wow. We actually have to look at the auto design function. Let me actually copy it over to my other screen, just to make it work a bit better for me, so I can actually see what's happening. Where is it? Right over here. And I'm assuming we're doing the check beforehand, because there's so much player error that can happen in this right now. It's crazy. So let's go back. Where is it? Check all arrangements. Over here. What do we want? With here. Right. Oh, we can actually look at the other one to help myself to see what's happening. Alright, let me just switch. I can still see. Hi, chat. Min block, seal, actual length, or length. Okay. Let's just make sure that we didn't screw ourselves over. This one, cartridge 2. Okay, so that's correct. Next up. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, we are going to. Did you know that we're going to? We're getting the length and the height. We are getting the length and the height. Just close this to stop distracting myself. Oh, brain's starting to wander. Sit down. So let's go to length one. Length 1, height 1, length 1, height 1. Okay. That's an easy fix. My brain just did a strange pain. Okay. Let's go back. I know why my brain is refusing to work right now. It should be very easy. I already did everything. Length equals width result 0. A length with a height name. Okay, that's good. We are so back. Let's go. How do we determine type? This is not a very typical style of type. Yeah, this is different. Main component 0 would be +1. Would be an integer. Main components. Let's make sure it's great. What else? So I finished checking for this type. And we put +1 in there just to make sure that we aren't being silly. So that should be working fine. Down here it should be indents like that. We should put this closer together just to make sure we understand are the same structure. So we don't need this anymore because we're not starting from a sideways orientation. Cool. And now we can actually start comparing. For paper, we set adjust based on scale. So actually, let's put this over. And arrangements. It's actually not true anymore. I actually need to remind myself of some of the functions that I gave. Advanced Auto Designer. Magazine, Flip, Cartridge Series, Bell. Add to list. We add to list, we can see that cool stuff happens. Nice. Magazine plus Quip. Load magazine. Quip. Nice. Okay, so we should put that comparison earlier. Just to make sure things work. That's a priority index. Need some tests for that. At least it's working. Alright, I'm gonna have a quick bathroom break and another exercise break. Let's get swole. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back in person. Time to work out again. Hopefully my arm has recovered enough. Very brief workout. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25. Nice. Getting those gains. It's 15 this time. Alright, so back. Maybe since nobody's here, probably do some running as well. Jogging. Here. Alright. That's a good short workout. Oh, energize. Go. Okay, let's go back. So now that we have the dimensions of the box, what we want to do is turn everything fits in the box. Do. Okay. Be drinking a lot more water. That should be decent. Is my mic even on? Okay, it is. I was a bit concerned. But wow, we're actually running out of music from our main album. Kinda crazy. Supposed to last. Supposed to last a long time. We've been working for a long time. da. It is half steep. Could be there. Ba-ba-ba-bum bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum bum 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 bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Bar. Magazine. Passing. Main opponent. 9. Not wasted. Main. Pass. Alright. Length times width. Yippee. I would want to make sure that everything fits in the box. This is kind of where our arrangements come in. We're gonna have to pick the orientation and stuff for each one. This is also going to return an array, I believe. That should probably be the best option for it. Since no one's gonna seems to be coming here, I'm just gonna sit in silence for a moment. Take a deep breath. I think we're good. Box with box, mass box. Make sure everything fits in the box. That is going to be what we took from unique cases. So every unique case. Let's just take this and bring it down to where we want it to be. Great. Now we need to do for I. in reach. Unique faces. Size. Nice. We need to transform this. Transform unique class. Or unique case, sorry. Meant to say unique case. But you kind of get what I mean. It would be nice if I could get a massage right now. Yay, got 2 votes. My life is complete. Are you in the trenches? Possibly. One could posit a question. There's still music. That's the last 2 tracks, actually. Maybe we can grind. Maybe we can grind. Grind. Things should actually have the same orientation. Yeah, now that I think about it. Maybe the same orientation. The reason why we want the same orientation is so that we can kind of get a glimpse into a parallel universe, per se. And the main reason why is we actually want it. Where's load priority? So let's just take load priority, and then we should be able to get what we want. Okay. Break series. Very cool. And then we are going to take its liver consumption. One could posit such a theory. And to figure how to keep energy up during streams. I guess just getting back to good fitness should help with some of that. Here's to see what Excel's can do. Priority information. What am I doing? Okay, let's just take this entire function and we copy it. I'm going to replace this mouse in the future. It's not doing very well. Is my wireless mouse probably? Yeah. Apparently you can actually use up a mouse's scroll bar. Quite interesting. Scroll bars are cool. Scroll wheel. Sorry, scroll bar is the thing on the side of the UI. I do not know what we are doing. We are a potato. A potato. You are a potato. You are a potato. You are a potato. I'm slowly going insane. Oh, okay. Match statement. What are you doing, match statement? Over here. Dun, dun, dun. Copying and pasting. Copying and pasting. Forgot to put orientation. Orientation is a variable. Iron box. Don't need that. I don't need all that, because I only need to replace this thing. Cool. Alright, so we have those orientations in. That should be pretty helpful, if I do say so myself. And then you get that. And boom. And then we have the upgraded version of this function. So now we can directly compare without worrying of changing orientation unnecessarily. So with unique cases, not size, what we are going to do is, we have this handy reference over here, we are going to make sure that it's within the bounds of what we've set in the box. So let's check. So if, so let's actually do a little comparison. Yeah, current class also matters quite a bit. So match current class. Yeah, again, we probably want to kind of take out function. All right. Current compare current class. I believe that's what we want. In cases 0. Cool. I don't think we need to match this. To be compare magazine capacity, where our magazine capacity is equal to, yeah. Let's take this. Big delay on the undo. That's a bit scary. Quite scary. Oh shit. Hopefully I'm still streaming. Yeah, okay, I'm still streaming. Get back into my account. Cool. Back into my main YouTube. My streaming YouTube. Out. We're live right now. Go back. Pretty funny. Okay, we're back into my account. I put this. Okay. You're kind of stupid. I Cool. So we have that. Now once we have all of these variables that we're using, now we need to do a little bit of a comparison. Yeah, no, this is gonna be tough. Class like 1 with 1 height 1 mass 1 length 2 with 2 height 2 mass 2. You actually need one more thing, which is the clip type. Clip. It's actually kind of confuriating. I'm gonna end the stream for tonight and go insane. But yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for your subscriptions and likes, and subscribe, right? Yeah, consider supporting the project. You have a great day.